and welcome to the CottageCutz YouTube channel. My name is Lynn, and today I am going to create a little bit of a scene card, and I'll start off by inking just a really simple background. So I've got this piece of just regular copy paper that I've just hand cut a nice soft curve, so that'll be a little bit of a grassy, sort of hilly background. And this stencil here is one that I made myself designed in Photoshop and then cut on my Cricut machine. And so I'll ink up this nice cloudy sky, and I think because I used the same brush for all of my blues, the sky at the top was a little bit darker, probably because of some previous ink that was on there. And then as I get lower, it starts to get a little bit lighter. So what I'm going to end up doing is just lightly trying to darken the bottom, because I think more naturally you would see the sky would seem a little bit darker towards the bottom. And then I'm going to go over with my tumbled glass, which was the lightest blue, and just smooth everything out, soften up all of those edges a little bit more, and hopefully make it look a little bit more the way that I intended. And so with the sky portion done, this is the little strip of paper that was cut off from that copy paper. So now I'll mask off the top portion and ink up my grass. And again, I'm going to use a couple different colors. I've got Twisted Citron and Mowed Lawn. My Mowed Lawn is just a distress ink, not a oxide. So what I'm going to do is just lay down a foundation of the Twisted Citron Distress Oxide ink, because that generally blends better. I'm trying to be a little bit intentionally splotchy, because grass isn't, nothing in nature is super solid and perfect. So I'm trying to have some areas be a little bit lighter, some a little bit darker. And then I'm gonna go in with my Mowed Lawn and very intentionally with some kind of up and down strokes to be a little bit streaky, as if this was grass. And then again, just going right back over everything with that Twisted Citron, just to smooth out some areas that might have more of the cardstock showing through than I would want. And then I'm going to call it good. So very simple background. I'm not going for anything hyper realistic or anything. So I just want to suggest the color back there, because it's really going to be all about these scene elements, which I've already prepared in advance. If you actually do want to see me putting these elements together, you can pop on over to my channel, which is LV Handcrafted, where I leave all of the assembly in my video. And the scene I was going for here is that the strawberry gnome boy, and I didn't make him super strawberry, so I've dressed him in blue, because he's actually coming by and visiting the strawberry girl at her strawberry cottage. And my little story for this scene is that he's courting her. And he's bringing her a little pot of a strawberry plant, and he's even got a flower that he's picked for her, and he's kind of tried to make himself look a little snazzy by putting a little flower in his hat as well. So I just think I love all of the gnomes from this collection. The bee gnome is super cute. This gnome is super cute. I just think they're really, really fun to work with. And I love that the die does put those slits in his hat, because it's perfect for doing things like this, where you can just tuck something behind there. The strawberry cottage is amazing, and if you caught my video from last week, you might have won it. So check the description box below to see if you were chosen as a winner of that die set. And what's great is that it is so versatile. In last week's card, I didn't even turn it into a cottage. And here I've really gone all out and really strawberry cottaged it up. And the final set that I've used is the Strawberry Girl, who is very adorable. And you can... I didn't want to use too much red on my card, so I wanted to kind of dress her, again, in something a little bit different. Here I'm attaching a little strawberry that's fallen off the potted plant that the gnome is bringing. And then I'll attach my Strawberry Girl. And the one of the die sets actually does include these little tufts of grass, which is wonderful because it's great just to ground your characters a little bit, to suggest different planes of kind of depth. So hopefully this makes it seem as if she's standing maybe a little bit further away behind him, and so that having these little tufts of grass just helps to break up that big grassy area that I created. And the other reason why I didn't care too much that I wasn't getting a super smooth blend on the grass is because I did know that I would be putting a lot of these characters on top of there. And once you have your focal images on your scene, the background, first off, is going to start to get covered up, and then secondly, it just fades to the back because it's not where people are going to be paying super attention once you've got your focal images in place. So here I'm placing the girl, and then I realized at this point, oh, I should probably put a sentiment onto this card. So then I pulled out Berry Phrases, which has a lot of different sentiments that you can use, and I had already die cut the word so for my card last week, but I didn't end up using it. So then I thought maybe I'll use it on this card and put so sweet. And I was just having a really tough time just figuring out, because I didn't think about it in advance, where to leave room for a sentiment. So this is pretty much an afterthought, and I'm trying to figure out what placement makes the most sense and what color makes the most sense too. So I think the green looked okay and would have fit in, but I felt like there's already a lot of green on the card, and one of the things that I really love about the scene is that gnome. He just looks so darling, bringing flowers and strawberries to the Strawberry Girl who he's courting. And so I really wanted to help kind of bring a little bit more attention to him by adding something else that's in his same color, and really reinforcing that he's the one that sweet is kind of referring to, because he's such a sweet gentleman to to bring these lovely presents to his girl. So I hope you liked today's card. If you did, please drop a comment and like for a chance to win the Strawberry Gnome Boy. Thanks so much. Until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.